Hey everyone, this is Senior Stationery, and today's review is on the Anson Ruthenium um, Ballpoint Pen, or should I call it the Anson 360 Ballpoint Pens in Ruthenium finish. Thank you, Mr. Legoman. Stay safe. So let's take a look. Um, First of all, who are Anson? If you're not familiar, Anson used to be a pen maker. Actually, they are a jewelry maker for minor jewelry pieces like cufflinks, um, tie tags, money clips, small fine items, even maybe some women jewelry. Um, they began, I believe, like around the 1940s, and they used to also be in Rhode Island, same as AT Cross. Basically, they were one of the three fine pen makers from Rhode Island, along with AT Cross, Quill, and Anson. So, what about Anson? Anson basically made slim pens, just the same as Cross. Um, and this is one of their common models, or easier to find, the Anson 360. Now, this one seems to be the earlier model, more clean look as you can see. Has chrome tips similar to Cross, full cylindrical body. Over here we have a black, sort of a black stop or plastic ring. And then we continue with the cap, fully chrome top, rounded top, and slim discrete clip. And then we have this one, same finish on top of the cap except a broad chrome ring on the midsection, and again chrome tip. And here has printing on the back, Anson made in USA. This one, which is also an earlier one, just says also Anson made in USA, but on the front. So this is chrome and ruthenium. What's ruthenium, you might be asking? What's this finish, or what's so special or fancy about it? Well, ruthenium, for what I researched, this line was a line that Anson had sometime around the probably the 1980s. Seems like ruthenium was kind of popular, or a nice finish. What's this finish like? This is a brownish, a chrome and brownish finish, but ruthenium is a really strong metal, very resistant, like platinum or like titanium. For example, platinum is a more chrome, but with a strong luster, like silver, but it's very resistant to scratches or dents or any damage. And so ruthenium is one of those metals along platinum or titanium which is highly strong. And in this case, I guess considering these models are probably from the 80s, uh, there were a look, or they were a statement, because I can recall seeing things from the 80s that was a popular color, brown or dark brown. In this case, it's a metallic brown color. These are brand new, never used models, so I cannot notice any scratches, or only time will tell me if these are prone to scratching or not. I think they'll be probably less likely to dent, I guess, but I'm not gonna try. But uh, the fact that these are ruthenium makes it more resistant and elegant, and that's why this was a fine finish from them. As far as I know, only they make them. Cross, I believe they didn't use ruthenium. They did use titanium for their Townsend and their Century models. And how does it differ from this ruthenium color? As you can see, I don't know if you can see with the light, it's brownish, like blackish brownish, but more tending to brown. That's the color of ruthenium. And in the case of platinum, sorry, on titanium, at least with the cross, it's a bluish grayish tone. So it's a similar finish or shine like this one, like ruthenium, but it's a more bluish gray tone um, compared to this one, which is a light brownish chrome look to it. So these are very similar ones. I'm guessing this is the earlier one, which looks a little bit simpler. This is probably the one that follow with a mid-section chrome ring. Looks a little bit nicer, more nice. The thing is, it's fully smooth. There are no ridges on compared to the cross pens, the Century, their popular model. So I don't know if you can write that much a long time with this and feel um, any slippery, getting the pen slippery while writing. I mean, I have used it a few times and I haven't, at least for now. But I don't know if I use it for a full day or for many hours, if I'll have the pen slip from my hand or not. And then this is another 360. I mean, oh, let me just point out that these models, I'm assuming it's called also 360 or they're an earlier model. Um, I could be wrong because there's very little information on Anson. I've tried to find a catalog, and if any of you viewers are familiar with the brand or have any catalogs, if you could, I will appreciate any photos or any information because I'm assuming these are also Anson 360 pen models, but I'm not sure. I'm guessing they are. This one is indeed a 360. Now let me explain. All of these three pens or types, this one and this one, for example, were also made in sterling silver by Anson. And those sterling silver versions were pretty much the same they sold to Tiffany and Company, the famous jeweler, during the 1970s and early 80s. So having these pieces are basically from the original brand that made pens at some point for Tiffany and Company. But what happened to this brand? Again, this is a very rare and an odd brand. They produce only in USA. They began the company like in around, I believe, 1930s or 1940s, if I recall well. They went bust or bankrupt in 1983. So that's why I'm guessing these brand new and used models are probably from around that era. And after that, the brand came back. They're still producing small jewelry pieces, but they fully completely stopped making any pens, unfortunately. So we cannot get any newer ones. You can just look for vintage models like these ones. Now let's take a look at this last model. This one is a true 361. This model, the 360, was launched around, I think, 1975. So around the time of the cross-century popularity. What's so special about this pen? Okay, compared to the other ones, this one has on top a chrome tip, and the clip pops out from here from the inside, and the chrome tip on the bottom. Now this one, the true 360 one, and I say a true 360 because I have this one also in gold plated, no, gold field version and sterling silver. But this is the fully ruthenium one, which is more interesting. Now what's so special about this? The cap and barrel is ruthenium. It says here on the front, Anson made in USA. The clip, just like in the other ones, it says on one side, it says here harden. I don't know if you can read. It says harden, and on the other side, steel. But the thing is, instead of being chrome, because I usually see this clip, the pocket clip in chrome and the tip chrome, these are probably chrome but with ruthenium color or plating. So that makes it interesting because the full pen is one same color. That's a pretty cool or neat effect, rather than have the tip chrome and the clip chrome, which the other models usually have, except the gold one. The gold one is also fully golden, but the sterling silver one has a chrome tip and a chrome clip. But this one, as you can see, it has even the ruthenium tone on the clip and tip, which is pretty nice. And another interesting thing, and this one is not on the other fine ones, on the gold and silver, is that it has these ridges or lines for better gripping. So if what I was saying earlier, that this pen could be slippery, yes, so probably it is slippery after a while writing with it. So they made that solution by adding those lines here for gripping area. Now the last part and interesting is here on the tip. The tip on this model, the 360, in several of Anson's models, they have fine stones. In this case, this black looks fairly simple. You will say, well, it's probably maybe just black plastic like a cross pen, but no. The interesting part of this is that this black top is onyx stone. So that even makes it even more special and fancy. So it has a fine stone and a fine resistant metal plating, I guess, plating or metal composition of some pure ruthenium, I guess. I cannot tell because it's this is the only brand I have ever seen that uses ruthenium. But the other pen models that I have, and I will make a review of them, have fine stones. For example, they have sold some pens with jade stone, also with tiger eye. I believe mine has tiger eye. If not, no, it has onyx. Sorry, my gold field one has also onyx top, but I have seen that it's also available in, I believe, in amber, I think tiger eye, I think jade, and I don't know if any other finishes. But that's really interesting about this brand. They use stones instead of plastic tips, unlike the cross pens. So this is an interesting um, accent to this fine pen maker, which sadly went bankrupt in 1983. But one can still find their lovely pens. Now you will be asking, okay, but what kind of refill does this pen use? Well, you won't have a hard time. It's basically a cross pen. Cross pen. At least at the end, probably at the end of its years, they use the cross refill, because their earlier versions had their own factory type of refill, which is an inverse cross refill. Instead of having the ridges on the outside, it has internal ridges. So that's an even rare and weird uh, refill, and they're virtually impossible to find now. So the best thing you can do is make sure that you buy these ones that have the cross type mechanism, or you'll have a really hard time finding the original Anson refills, if any at all, since it went bankrupt many years ago in 1983. So just keep that in consideration. But again, this is, as you can see, a very elegant, very understated style. The good thing is you can find cross refills fairly everywhere, so you won't have a problem keeping these pens alive and using them. And just look at it; looks really nice, very professional, very business-like, just like a cross or a quill pen. Slim pen, you know, the whole trend of the slim pens in the 70s and 80s. So these are a clear example, both on the color, the fancy finish, and the whole use of chrome. It's a very typical of the era for fancy pens. So these are the Anson 360 ballpoint with twist mechanism, as you can notice, just like a cross pen, and uses cross refills. So I hope you like this review. Stay tuned for more reviews to come, and thanks for watching. Please stay safe. Better things should come hopefully soon. Be patient. Let's just hope for the best and stay safe. Bye bye.